pleasure to be here with you all this morning. And I would like to thank you for having found the time to have come and joined us here this morning. In 1991, when India opened up to globalization, several market forces were unleashed. The IT revolution happened, followed by the telecom revolution, and banking sector boomed. And along with that, we developed a new kind of urban animal. Today, we find our children are all in a state of great stress. In schools, they all have to score at least 100% marks. Once that gets over with, and colleges, and they get their degrees, their placements, and these large companies, and you find that they just change their buses. And from going to colleges in one particular bus, now they're going to their institutions where they work, and other kinds of buses. And what has happened is a very, very indisciplined lifestyle. And it has had its tremendous effect on this urban young population. We're a very young country. And at the time that our growth is being impelled and driven by this young population, there are a large number of urban challenges which they face today. And as a consequence, you go to any ICU in the city, in any hospital, you find that most of the cardiac arrests are now young people in their 30s. They're all getting burnt out much earlier. And along with that, there are issues concerning their marriages, the dual salary syndromes, stability in the marriage, increasing divorce rates. So there is a need for wellness. Realizing this, in 2006, my wife Renuka was very deeply involved in this area. And so we set up the Radiant Medi Fitness Lounge, where she's been counseling young people, people of all ages, for a very long time. And she's been addressing colleges, she has been addressing clubs like the Rotary Club or the Lions Club. To whomsoever will listen, she has been passing on this message of the need for urban wellness and to get seriously involved in that. As a group which was built on the nationalistic ideal of poverty alleviation by employment generation, we were also deeply into corporate social responsibility, where we focused on destitute management, education of the underprivileged, and cancer care. But this year we decided to take this up as the new crusade of the Radiant Group of companies. And beginning that, for the last 2 years with meticulous planning, Renuka is now being supported by our group and other like-minded groups to take this issue of Radiant, this issue forward by creating a buzz with the Radiant Wellness Conclave. I would particularly like to thank Mr. Stephen Daniel, who has come, and Mr. Irfan Razak and Uzmar Irfan of the Prestige Group of companies, who comes strongly forward to support us in this mission in the time ahead. So without taking too much of your time and to know all about the Radiant Wellness Conclave, I would like to now hand it over to my wife, Dr. Renuka David, who has been very deeply and passionately involved in this whole process. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Little did I know, 15 years back in the year 2000, when I lost 22 kgs by chance, just by following a very, very healthy lifestyle of adjusting my diet and including exercise in my lifestyle, that I would be born into this beautiful world of wellness. 2000, India was at its infancy. No one knew what wellness was. No one knew what preventive health care was. No one knew what it was to create awareness. And when I lost my weight and entered this beautiful world, I realized how important it was for a doctor like me who was busy delivering babies, stitching wounds, taking out foreign substances from nose and ears of little children, to realize that there were a lot of doctors like me who were doing this, but it was time to now create awareness. In 2006, when we started the Radiant Medi Fitness Lounge, again people didn't understand where we were coming from. They kept thinking that, oh, she's a doctor, she's running a gym, she's running a fitness center, not realizing that it was the need of the hour. I was so happy that in 2014, WHO finally realized that unless we do something about this, it's going to become a global epidemic. It's time that we woke up. It's time at least the medical fraternity did something about it. A lot of noises are being made, but are we really doing something loud about it? We're going to have another panel where we have people like Latika Saran and Kiruba Shankar, who are going to talk about how emotional wellness is taking care, whether it is work-life balance or with a whole lot of issues. And of course, in the evening, we have Nandita Das, who's going to address on how important it is to break the beauty stereotype. Today, in people's perspective, they feel being dark, being short, being differently abled is something which is very negative, which will prevent them from achieving what they are supposed to achieve. So we're going to try to break that myth by having Nandita Das speaking over a panel discussion, and to address the thought leaders, the thought decision makers of today's Chennai, whether they are the very high network individuals or people from various, the celebrities or the people who are, from various fields, walks of life. We are having something called the work-life balance, where we're having Shabana Azmi and Javed Sir who are going to come and address the gathering on, again, work-life balance, emotional wellness. And we are creating a Wellness Icon Award, and this year we are going to award Mr. Milkha Singh the Wellness Icon, because even at 86, I think this person is doing some amazing work. So I just hope I could communicate the essence of what we're trying to do, and it's a responsibility, being from the medical fraternity, to not just wait for everyone to fall sick so that I could make my mullah, but it's an attempt to say don't fall sick. Because as I read the statistics to you, it's very scary. It's not just urban India. I'm talking of rural India. I'm talking of middle class India. And we have to do something to stop this menace. So with that, I would end. And I just hope I could be very clear in our objective to reach out and make a difference. Thank you.